Chaos. Welcome to this channel, Stone the Crone. You can see behind me my witchy turfy hat and this little badge there, that little round one, given to me by Kelly J, one of my prized possessions in this universe. Other than my husband and my 2 kids, that badge is fucking awesome. Anyway, sorry to start with a little bit of a boast and a brag, but I'm really heart me that badge. There may be a couple of videos today, so you'll see me wearing these same clothes. Oh yeah, my woman's shirt. Woman's shirt. Like the legend Kelly J behind me is wearing in my painting, which is her pose. The pose he did in front of her original billboard. That was the moment in time that I like to have put on my door here. So yes, I have painted them. I'm not the world's best painter. I do like to mosaic. That is my one type of art I prefer, really prefer. I do like smashing things. I do like breaking and smashing shit. So mosaicing is my jam. I also really love doll art, which I think you can see her up there, my handmade doll. So she's a porcelain dolly that had broken fingers that I remade her hand, made her a little outfit. So this is some of the art that I like to do, and as you can see, I do like to do a little bit of feminine inspired or woman inspired art. So that's a little story of my door and my art. Now the thing with my door is this: I drew that so that I could always be in the presence of absolute legends. So we got J.K. Rowling's, we've got Magdalene Burns, Kelly J behind me. Yeah, Rex Landy from New Zealand. If you're not subscribed to Rex Landy's YouTube channel, what the hell are you watching this for? You should already be over and subscribed to Rex. And down here, there, we can see the hair. That's Cell Groves that I haven't quite finished yet, so I'm just not happy to show anybody. Sorry. Okay, so today is a little muddled in my head. I got so many thoughts. I really heart me and feel for my New Zealand sisters and what they've recently been through on the weekend. Considering that, I sort of was pondering what can they do? What can the women of New Zealand do? You're literally not allowed to be anywhere in public talking about women's rights. Women's rights to bathrooms and dunnies and locker rooms and dressing rooms in dance studios, dressing rooms at the pool, dressing rooms at your hot pools over there, mate. Like in Miranda and that. I mean, I fully love me some New Zealand time when I was over there 2019. Your hot pools. So literally you can't. So I heart myself like, what can you guys do? And it really just came down to 3 different things. And I'm blessed that I get to speak to the amazing Rex whenever I like, because she's fucking awesome, and we've become part of the group that I refer to, the bitches and the ditches, and Rex added to that we are not only the bitches and the ditches, but we are the wenches in the trenches. So we're just like your average woman, your average folk. We're not scholars per se, we're not J.K. Rowling's big public figures or anything like that. We're just women, average everyday woman. I'm 47 years old, I'll be turning 48 this year, so I ain't no young sprite, is what it is. So the 3 things that I sort of had thought about New Zealand women and the choices that probably they will have to make moving forward, maybe 4 choices, but we'll discuss the 4th one. And the first one is what Rex Landy had suggested. Rex Landy suggested that every woman in New Zealand go out there and change their sex marker to male. All of them. As many as possible. So the only people who will be registered as women in New Zealand will be biological men. I do like that bit of anarchy, a bit of pushing back and fucking up the system. Definitely don't mind me some of that. The second thing is there any way that you can go to like your political embassy or whatever and literally claim that you're political prisoners over in New Zealand? Like, this is, you cannot be a woman and get together as a group of women and speak about issues that are important to women. So therefore, is that a case per se, human rights per se? I'm not that type of articulate person. I am writing letters and doing as much of that submissions as possible, but it's not my realm. I am a dancer by trade, and interpretive dance just doesn't go down when you're trying to do a submission, unfortunately, which would be funny. Maybe I'll do it if I catch Apollo in the street. I can do some of interpretive dance, but anyway, so one is change your sex marker to male. Make New Zealand an island of men in law. Second, see if there is literally a way that you can be classed as refugees to get the fuck out of that place. I am deadly serious. Like, there are some brave women that just get around in their woman adult shirt and that. But this is a different ball game now. We've been tarred and feathered as Nazis because of the shit in Melbourne. Oh yeah, keep in mind there was no Nazis at any other fucking rally. And yes, that'll be another video. We might just leave that there. The other thing, so we've got sex markers as male. Having a look, if you want to get out, is there some way through human rights that you can get out of that damn country? If that's what needs to be. 3, my New Zealand sisters have to stand strong. And that's the hardest thing. Like, I don't encourage or want any violence, but we have to protect ourselves and what is ours, and the name woman belongs to women. That is the descriptor of our not lived reality, but our reality. Like this, my truth, your truth. No, sorry, bullshit. There is only truth. You're either in line with it, or you're fucking not. Or the word is called, I believe it's called Nishan, and this is where you were never privy to the knowledge in the first place, so you cannot be condemned for what you don't know because you were never privy to that knowledge. Now, Nishan's doesn't exist anymore. Sorry, it does not. Nishan's doesn't exist anymore because we have access to the internet. So if you believe something that isn't true, that is now on you. That is on you and nobody else. And there was a really, really weird clip from The Simpsons.
Marge, it takes 2 to lie, 1 to lie, and 1 to listen.
What does that mean?
I don't have time to answer all these questions. Time is money. Come on, people.
Nations, not ignorance or ignorance, but we don't have this nations anymore. We are now living in a world of ignorance. So we've got the women in New Zealand can change their sex marker as Rex Landy, and her sister Di Landy is also thinking about doing. There is also the idea of possibly seeking asylum in another country, women. Like, and I can't even say come over to Australia, jump the waters here, mate. Come over here because this place is not fucking far behind you. 3, stand up, stand strong, push back as best we can with what we've got to use. And the 4th one, unfortunately, is to comply. To comply. To roll over, submit, put your head down anytime you go out into a shopping centre. put your head down anytime that you're at some sort of concert and hope that nobody sees you or has ever doxed you like this dickhead tried to do to me on Twitter under the name of some sort of freedom fucking movement, calling me a Nazi. I'm 47 years old. As I said, that dude should not touch my fucking equipment, and I'm not going to stand for that. So, I'm not going to put my fucking head down. These people, they'd like to dead name, but they don't mind giving out somebody's real name, even though they used a fucking a stage name for years. My stage name's fucking older than some of these buddy whining brats, I can tell you. So that's your choices. Unfortunately, I don't know what else to suggest. I love you, my New Zealand sisters over the waters there. I could throw a stone to you. It's something that, you know, if I'm out in the water and the ocean's here and there's an undercurrent that's going to tow you away, it's like, fuck man, head to Zealand, someone save me. And, you know, I'm not keen on visiting anytime soon, unfortunately, which I would love to. But I'm just not going to. So, New Zealand women, from Kellyanne Chaos, Stone the Crone, please stay loud, my friends. Stay loud, my sisters, any way you can. Any way you can. And if you feel like you really cannot be safe there, maybe seek asylum somewhere else. Maybe that is an option for you. I don't want any of my sisters hanging their head in shame and submitting to a mob, a witch-burning, pitchfork-wielding mob. I'm going to love yous for now. Talk to yous later. Stone out.
the sun. We have watched the world rise, heard her scream and moan. We have sung our hymns to their dying souls, and we see forever through the angels' grove, through tears of glass, rivers of smoke. The dark wind, the finger of scorn, but we hold the cradle where the world was born. We are not the answer written in the sky. We who stock the garden of delight.